Listen for each and every one of those keywords. Al, now you're going to get ads for that kid choking saving device. What is that?
Fingers.
Oh, yeah, ads for fingers. I do get those all the time because I already own fingers.
Whose?
Boy, Alexa is always listening. Mine, Mary.
You get ads for your own fingers?
Yes. I can tell because I have gorgeous hands for a man. And I go, oh, well... Al, when I was a toddler, I poured a jar of pennies down my throat. My mom hung me upside down over the toilet and shook them out of me. Why the toilet? I don't know.
In case you puke, too.
That's the variable.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're hoping that...
This kid's really paying out. That's Mary if she's a mom.
Yep.
Like, does this count as gambling?
Not really.
Would that trigger you if you held a kid upside down to get money out?
No,
and it paid out. No,
slot machines don't pay out coins anymore. Now, if the kid started,
old-timey ones,
if that kid started spitting out tickets that had money value on it, then yes.
Alan, what college cafeteria has suckers? It's not a goddamn doctor's office. Poundcake's college cafeteria had suckers.
I said he wasn't.
Every student at Akron's a sucker.
They had blow pops and the whole. By the way, blow pops. I was just reading this morning. The #1 candy choice in the state of Ohio.
I don't buy
and
that.
I love blow pops. Those are so good. So if you're going to be...
the gum's all stringy.
What?
No, I disagree.
Blow pops are great.
No.
Stringy?
The gum is a weird... It's not the consistency of gum. It's
Yeah, it is. You chew it with the last bits of the lollipop, so it's all kind of crunchy and the flavor gets in there.
Mansplaining a blow pop to me. I know how to do it. I'm just saying it's not the same consistency as a stick of gum.
Doesn't sound like you do.
Okay, well, explain it again. Maybe I didn't hear you right.
Okay, so you lick the lollipop, like Lil Wayne says, until you get the gum in the middle. Tootsie Pops can suck it, by the way. If I want a Tootsie Roll, I'll eat a Tootsie Roll.
If I want a stick of gum, I'll eat a stick of gum.
That's fair.
Blow pop #1? That seems crazy.
It's weird.
You would think Reese's or like Buckeyes.
Buckeyes.
Dude.
But
Like
what's this going off of? Like sales? Is this a sales thing?
Or just candy? Does it not include chocolate?
No, it was a map of like, hey, what every state likes the most, and Ohio was blow pops.
Show us. I don't believe you.
I don't have it in front of me. I was
Cite
looking
your
at
references. Where's the bibliography?
Mary, you're going to have to do your own research, all right? Alan, I had a scary run-in with French onion soup last year. I got the cheese in there, and it wouldn't break up down my throat. Oh, yeah, because you pull it out like a Komodo dragon regurgitating a beached eel.
Good
You
reference.
pull it out. All right, that's one everyone can identify with.
I will tell you, melty cheese scares me a lot. Like on top of a soup or like a mozzarella stick. Because there are times when I'll try to eat it and I feel like exactly what they said. I feel like I just can't chew it enough. And then it just starts to slide down on its own. And you know?
Okay.
Melty cheese scares her a lot.
There's a million different maps for this. So, yeah, blow pops in this one. America's favorite Halloween candy, it's blow pops. But then there's another one where it's M&M's. So
Both suck.
M&M's are great.
If they got a peanut in them.
I think any permutation of M&M's. Now, almond,
Pretzel.
peanut, maybe not every. Pretzel stinks.
Pretzel's very good.
You better have something to drink if you're eating those pretzels.
Yeah,
M&Ms.
oh,
They're
God.
so good.
I've
choking.
I don't know how we got on it at Casa
It's like
Cox.
doing the cinnamon challenge.
I don't know how we got on it at Casa Cox, maybe as a treat, like for my daughter's lunch or something. But we're constantly now buying those giant tubs of the pretzel nuggets with the peanut butter in them.
I do not like those.
Oh, my God, are they good? But you have to have like a giant jug of water right there to eat them. Boy, are they good.
I don't think I like peanut butter.
Yeah, you said that before.
But I do, though. Like, I like peanut butter toast with, like, a green apple or a banana cut up on it.
Maybe you have a peanut allergy.
No, doesn't make me sick or itchy. It's not an allergy.
You just don't like peanut butter candy.
I don't think, it's not a candy to me.
No,
It's
but
not
you don't
a
like
treat.
pretzels. Yeah, but
I like pretzels. I like pretzels just fine.
you don't like pretzels and peanut butter.
I like pretzels and chocolate.
You're weird.
No, I don't think peanut butter is a treat.
But it is.
You don't like a Reese's
But
peanut
it's
butter
not.
cup.
It's a
No, I
great
can't
treat.
stand chocolate and peanut butter
Oh,
together.
so good.
Those two
So
flavors
if somebody
together.
got their chocolate in your peanut butter, and you got your peanut butter in their chocolate, you would be really upset.
You don't like Buckeyes?
You'd walk
No.
away.
I'm
Buckeyes
not happy.
stink.
I love a Buckeye.
Yeah. Eat a Reese's like a goddamn adult.
The person or the candy.
Yeah.
You know,
Alan, I live in Ohio, and my nickname is Pops. Blow Pops are my favorite candy. Yeah. See what they did? Yeah. Got it. Hey, Drunk Sue, please inject some rationale and sanity and logic into this conversation.
what she's known
Well, I'll
for.
tell you what. Mary sucks. Because everybody
Hell yeah.
knows, everybody knows that when you lick a Tootsie Roll Pop, it only takes 3 licks.
Yeah, we're talking about Blow
Everybody knows
Pops.
that.
Blow Pops.
Yeah.
She made
Yeah,
some,
well
she
then
made sense.
maybe she should reconsider her sexual thing
What are you-
and blow
Yeah,
some
re-
pop.
What?
Reconsider your sexual thing,
I
Mary.
will not. I will not do that.
Yeah.
My sexual thing. Reconsider.
Besides, you don't blow on it. Anyways, you suck it.
What, are we still talking about
5:57.
candy?
Yes, we are talking about candy. Let's
Blow
make
Pops.
that very,
that's
very
right, we are
clear.
talking about candy. Jeez, I forgot.
Sue, Sue, Sue. Oh, Sue, you are Sue, Sue,
Sue coming in all horny
a
today.
delight. Yeah. Yeah, Sue, you all horned up? What's going on?
I don't know what's going on. I just called to tell you that my thermos experiment was a total failure.
Oh, yeah, she forgot about how.
Oh,
thermoses
right.
work.
Yeah. Sue was wanted to know how thermoses work. What do you mean your experiment? If you put something hot in, it should have stayed hot.
Well, yeah. So I put a hot water in the thermos and put it in the fridge to see how long it would stay hot. Not very long, dude. It was like an hour and 20 minutes. It was like lukewarm.
Well, it doesn't stay
But there's a-
boiling hot indefinitely, but I mean, it keeps it warmer than it would in an open lidded cup, right?
Well, yeah, I'm probably sure about that. But so I take a hot water again and put it on the counter, and it was like warm, like in an hour and a half.
You
Mhm.
put it in the
So I don't-
fridge.
Yeah, but when I put it on the counter, it didn't take much less time to get warm.
What?
Then I realized when I put my loco in there,
Now we're talking.
Now we're getting to it.
You put all 4 Locos in your thermos?
well, I put 4 locos in my thermos,
Right.
but when I refill it, I always add 2 more ice cubes.
So
So
4
that's what was
Locos, 2
keeping it-
cubes.
Ugh, with an ice cube?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Poundcake likes his 4 Locos room temp.
I don't. Those are 4 no-nos. That part of my life is over. I don't
No,
do 4 locos
Poundcake
anymore.
will not drink a 4 loco. He's already said.
Why did you ugg the ice cube, Poundcake?
Because it's already bad. I can't imagine how much worse it
It's
would be.
worse when it's
with
cold?
Ice cubes?
Oh, okay. I
like,
don't know.
I feel like they would just.
No, I'm just trying to keep it cold, baby.
Yeah, baby.
So
All right.
keeping it cold in the thermos was fine because I'm always adding ice to it. That's why it seems like it was keeping it cold so much longer. Because when I refill my cup, I'm adding more ice. So therefore,
Yeah.
my experiment is pretty much pointless.
Your experiment was, well, no experiment is pointless. You just found one more thing that doesn't work. Haven't you seen the billboards?
Those are the
No.
exact words of it.
All right. Well, there you go. That's
All right, I don't know what else to say today.
no, I
You
think
can
you've
just
said it
go.
all. You have said it all.
Science is a liar sometimes.
Thank you, Sue. She has indeed said it all. Her thermos experiment failed, or didn't
Therm.
give her didn't therm properly. It didn't crank out the result she had expected or wanted.
I don't understand why the thermos was put into the refrigerator. Because it had
All
hot-
right, I'll get her back on the line. It should-
it doesn't-
Please.
Nothing matters.
What up, Alan? I want to share a choking story with you guys. I probably was about 10 years old, maybe a little younger. I had a habit of sucking on ice cubes. And one day I was sucking on an ice cube and it went backwards down my throat and it got lodged. And I couldn't breathe, started panicking. Nobody was around. So I went and got some hot water, warm water to melt the ice. And man, you talk about pain as this ice slowly slid down my throat to my stomach. It hurt real bad. All right,
Nothing's more terrifying than when you feel yourself choking and you're alone. Like, remember when George Bush was president and he was in a room by himself and he was choking on a pretzel? And everybody was like, ha, 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 all these people. Well, I was like, that's terrifying. I mean, he probably had Secret Service on the other side of the door, but there's like that half second.
But still, yeah.
You kind of would be embarrassed, but you're like, oh my God, is this how it's going to end?
Well, that's the one negative to living alone. Is you're like, if I die, no one knows for a couple days.
True.
My dog
but it's
will know.
outweighed by myriad positives.
Oh, so
it is. I was talking to my son the other night. I was like, how's the new spot? Because he was living with a bunch of friends. It was him and like 5 girls in his old apartment. And
5 girls?
Yeah. And he's got his own spot now. And I was like, how is it? It's like way off campus, so that kind of sucks for him. But I'm like, there's nothing better than savor these days when you're living by yourself.
I've been back being a solo for a couple months now. Oh, it is the best.
Oh, good for you.
You mean with
The
no
best.
lady being there?
No lady.
Yeah.
Just me and my pup.
Well, and I'll tell you
like
what,
it.
and you know this, the joy is amplified after you've kind of been cohabiting with someone
Mm-hmm.
because it's not your first rodeo and you're like, this is what it is. But then you kind of get tired of that and you go, all right, and then you start the whole cycle all over again.
I'm going to really try and take a long time before I start that cycle over again.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I really
All right.
like being alone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, don't choke.
Don't tell me
laser
how to-
focus on the choking.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me how to die.
Don't eat anything that's too big for your throat.
Better not choke on it.
Told you about the Squire throats.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
be
yeah.
just fine.
Strong-throated bunch.
Strong throats. Weak will, strong throat.
Yep. Alan, that dude was sucking ice cubes. Sounds like next week's Celebrity Goss is going to be double hot. Well,
Get them
come
Goss
on.
cubes stuck in your throat.
Yeah. Alan tells Sue it works better if you put hot water in the thermos first, then dump it, then put your hot beverage in there. Preheat the that sounds like a lot of work. Either thermoses are doing what they're supposed to do, or they're not doing what they're supposed to do. I'm picking out a thermos for you. Well, hopefully that won't that her experiments will continue. It'd be great if they were.
This morning. Oh, I'm picking out a thermos for you. Not an ordinary thermos for you, but the extra best thermos you can buy with vinyl and stripes and a cut built right in. I'm picking out a thermos for you, and maybe a barometer too.
What is that?
From The Jerk. You ever see The Jerk?
Oh, forever ago. Yeah.
Steve
a
Martin
great
and
movie.
Bernadette Peters.
Is that Rupert? No, that's Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Scandals.
He's a scoundrel. You little scoundrel.
It was that college, it was that testing documentary, Dirty Rotten Scantrons, that you're thinking of.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
That's Rupert the Monkey Boy.
I believe so.
Excuse me, may I go to the bathroom?
Thank you.
Thank you.
So wait, what's the other one?
The Jerk.
The Jerk. It was his very first movie. It is actually amazing that Steve Martin is famous because The Jerk ended up being a massive hit. And like my wife loves The Jerk. She's
It's
always singing
fantastic.
that thermos song, but it's way overrated.
No. It is.
I
a
think Steve Martin is a
classic.
genius.
It's a brilliant film.
It is a classic film. That's true. but
What's the premise?
he was born to a black family. I was a small black boy. So
It starts off, I was born as a poor black child.
Yeah.
A poor black child.
Poor black child.
And but he has to leave his family to go figure out his special purpose.
Nathan Johnson was his name.
And he goes and just, tries to make his way in the world and ends up becoming rich and then losing it all because he's a jerk.
Yeah.
Huh, interesting.
And then he finds out that
Love isn't real.
no.
Oh.
His family, I don't want to spoil the very end of it.
Like 93 years old.
But it
It's
was,
great.
it was a
love that movie.
huge hit. I mean, it came out in 1979 and it made $100 million.
Ooh.
I mean,
When people were paying 50 cents for a movie
Yes.
or whatever. Yeah.
yeah, it cost them $4 million to make. Carl Reiner directed it.
It's such
Short
a funny
movies.
movie.
It's like 90 minutes long.
It
You're in and
moves.
out. Yeah.
And it definitely is not, does not hold up to today's political correct climate.
Nope.
But it's still a very funny movie.
He has a dog named Shafid.
Yeah, he has the scene where he kicks the people out because they are talking to
He's hired as a weight guesser.
Yeah.
There's like it's very.
I love that movie. I haven't watched that in forever. I think I might watch that this
Maybe
weekend.
I'll rewatch it because
It's good.
boy, I don't remember it being. I was like, yeah, okay, I get it, but I'm just surprised it was as popular as it was. I guess it was nothing else like it in the late 70s. It was like that, but they made
these cans.
and they made a sequel without him.
Yeah.
but they made another movie, and it was just nobody cared.
I never saw the sequel.
No, I didn't either. The Jerk 2, TOO. I was thinking, too, it would be Poundcake's nightmare, and this kind of goes back to what he talks about. Did you read about the cop who was on OnlyFans, and she pulled over a guy who recognized her?
No, I didn't read about that.
It was a Minneapolis cop who pulled a guy over, and he goes, I know who you, I've seen your gooch, or whatever. I don't know what he said, but, I mean, probably along those lines.
And what happened?
Oh,
They're
he
in
like
love.
blew up her spot. They're in love.
She got fired, or
I think it's still in process.
see?
Yeah, they're investigating the officer. You know what that means.
To your question of
Officer involved in shooting gets fired.
Yeah. Fox 9 Minneapolis says that the police officer is being investigated to determine if she broke any policy guidelines by working as an erotic model. She pulled a guy over who described her content to her. He said he'd been following her page for about 5 months, and it took him a little while to figure out who she was. We were doing a little talking back and forth, and I was like, man, I've seen you on OnlyFans. The guy posted the whole, he typed it out. It wasn't video or anything, but he posted the whole story online, if it's true. But the Minneapolis PD is looking into it. He said, you can't arrest me no more. I've seen your private parts. I love that.
you can't arrest me no more.
You can't arrest me no more.
Might be a private investigator.
Nailed it.
Next weekend in Twinsburg.
Right.
Sassies.
Sassy Sensations? Is that where that is out there?
No, just Sassies.
Oh, Sassy.
But when I went to Pittsburgh, I did see the Sassy Sensation sign.
Mm-hmm.
And I was definitely saying Sassy Sensation.
Mm-hmm. That is pretty good. Yeah, so, I mean, you know, Poundcake talks about he doesn't want to do OnlyFans because somebody might recognize them or whatever.
Well, they will recognize me. I have tattoos. I got my shins already look like I've been using them a lot. So, like, there ain't no way I got marks where people would know it was me. And that would be the whole point. I wouldn't get on OnlyFans to be just some dude showing off. The only way I would make money is Poundcake is on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
So now.
I'm crazy for your feminine parts. Want to